Okay, so let's continue talking about special factoring. We're now going to use the next pattern of sum of two cubes. So let me write down what that pattern is. So we know that the sum of two cubes, if it looks something like a cubed plus b cubed, that this certainly can factor, and this pattern is a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually use an example so we can see how to use that pattern. So let me talk about an example. So what I've got there in blue is the pattern that we're following. So for example, if I were to give you something like factor x cubed plus 8, how would this factor? So let's see if we can identify it first to match the pattern. Is this something cubed plus something cubed? Yes, it is. This is x cubed plus 2 cubed, because 8 is 2 to the power of 3. So we know this definitely is going to factor, and it definitely matches this pattern. Okay, so in this case, I'll even write this down. My a would be x, and my b would be 2. So I'm going to use that when I follow along with this a and b pattern up top. Okay, so I'm going to end up with the x plus 2, parentheses, the x squared minus, now a times b. In our example, it's x times 2, which I can write that as 2 times x. And then plus b squared. Now b squared, I'm going to just write that as 2 squared. But if you know the number, then you should simplify it. 2 squared is 4. So let's rewrite that as 4 to simplify it. And that is how you factor the sum of 2 cubes. All right, so that's the basic version. Let's do one more example, a little bit harder. Let's throw in 2 variables, see if that makes it more difficult. So the next one I'm going to do then, next example, would be to factor 125 x cubed plus 27 y cubed. Okay, so again, I want to see if I can identify this with one of the patterns. So let's see if I can make this look like something cubed plus something cubed. So 125 is definitely 5 cubed. 27 is 3 cubed. So the 5 and the x are being cubed, plus the 3 and the y are being cubed. So this does match our patterns. Let me write this over here. Our a was the 5x, and our b is the 3y, going back to that pattern on the previous screen. So with that pattern in mind, I'm going to write it one more time. A plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So I'm going to try to follow along with that exactly. My a was 5x plus my b, which is 3y. Close parentheses. The next thing I have is a squared. So my a is 5x, so I need to square the 5, and I need to square the x. And then the same thing the other way around. So minus ab, 5x times 3y. The 5 and the 3 have to be multiplied. The x and the y have to be multiplied. And then one more time, b squared. So the 3 and the y have to be squared for that. Alright, so that's the factored version, the 5x plus 3y, and then 25x squared minus 15xy plus 9y squared. Of course, you can always FOIL that out in order to check your work. Ta-da!